Let's see how to use the well filter in Tableau. The well filter in Tableau could either be the summary level or at the record level. So let's see how we can do that in Tableau. Okay, let's create a simple visualization where I drag the category dimension and drop it on the row shelf, and also drag and drop the subcategory on the row shelf. And I'm looking for the sales. I drag and drop that on the column shelf, and that gives me a chart for each subcategories of the product. Now, if I decide to filter that by the column, that gives me that for the column. But before I okay, for that, that gives me that for the column. Now, let's assume I want to do it. I'm interested to see that for a particular region because now I have a lot here. So I have two nodes. I can say filter show data at this position. Let me just filter that out, and then we have all that. So if I'm interested to see the filter, let me leave that. Let's rather say let's say show data at default position. Okay, now let's assume I want to see that for a particular region. I'm interested to see that for a particular region. I click on apply and okay, and that gives me for that particular region. And you can see that gives me for that particular region. And if I want to see the sales amount, um, the sales amount for a summary level. Now, the summary level is either the sum, average, minimum, count, minimum, maximum. These are all summary statistics. So I could say I want to see that for the sales amount, or I'm interested in the average sales. And I click and drop that, and I want to say average sales amount that is at least, I could say the average sales amount that is at least a certain amount of money. I could say I need a average sales amount like this. This is the minimum and that's the maximum. Okay, before doing this, let's try to bring out this. And that gives me that. So I can say I want to see the sales amount for a maximum amount of money. Right, you click on that. That will give me a average. So let's use a sum. So let's I want to see if the sales a sum of the sales amount that is at least let's say 58,000. Okay, so let's say we want a sales amount that is at least 58,595. Okay, this 58,500, or let's make it 500. Okay, let's assume we want a sales amount at least that amount. So that gives me the sales amount. You can see we have all to 10 max here. That 58,500. So these are the summary level. That the sum, the average, the minimum. But if I want to do it at a record level, that where do you want to filter your data set? Do you want to filter your data set at the summary level, or you just want to filter that at a record level? So let me simply duplicate that. Now I've duplicated that. Now I'm going to remove this. Now I'm going to do the summing. I drag and drop here. Now I want to do it at individual record level. So that is the record level. So at least now that is the record level. So how do I want to get so if I'm interested, I need a sales value that is at least let's say a sales value that is individual sales value this time around and not the sum value of the sales. Okay, let's assume we need a sales value that is from individual sales value that is 5,800. That is individual values. Now, just individual values, if we can get something like that. But when we click on apply, okay, you see we have nothing because the first one gave us the aggregate of the value. Why this gives us the individual of the value. So let's assume I need something from 20,500 and above, and I click on apply. Now that is an individual value that can give me from 20,000 and above. So let's say 1,500, and I click on apply. That gives me the individual values that is from 1,500 and above. So this particular statistics is on the record label that the individual each product on the record label. Why this gives you the summary of the whole, that is the sum, the average, the minimum, the maximum. That is this particular level of filtering.